everyone, this is Ellen, the Family History Hound, and today I want to share with you a tool that was launched just around the time of Roots Tech this spring, and it is called Recognize Ancestors. And there's some people that haven't heard of it, and so I thought I'd share a video about where to find it, what it can do, and how you could use it for some mysteries. So here I am at the home page, and I'm in my regular tree, and we're just going to go to the tree. And when you're at the tree view, then on the left-hand side is a button called Gallery, which will take you to this page. And while it's loading, you'll see a lot of photos of people. So if I click on this one, who is Aunt Sarah Shannon, and you'll see over here on the right-hand side, this little button called Recognize. Now you hover the little square around the person's face, and then you click on the button that says Recognize Ancestors. So it says, not sure who is in your photo. Ancestry can scan your photos and use AI to help identify deceased people who might be there. So we can click on it, and what it does is start searching their database for faces that look like the face you're looking for. So you'll see here that this person is, and that looks like a pretty close match. And if I had tracked the information of her birth and her death, it doesn't show it here on the side, but if I had written it down or remembered it, I might realize, oh yeah, that's exactly her. What's interesting is you can see there's 20 trees that has her in it. And so these are all people that have that same person. Now, maybe you know about these trees, maybe you don't, but you can certainly then go and look at their trees and see what information they have that you might not have. Now, that doesn't mean that it's accurate, but you can certainly use it as a hint and go from there. So let's check out something else. So we're back at the gallery page. I'm going to click on this photo of Eric Vibor, and he is an ancestor of one of my cousins. And we can go to Recognize Faces, and again put the box on his face and recognize, and then we'll see how many trees. And again, he's found in 20 trees. Now, my cousin doesn't know a lot about this ancestor, and so this would be an opportunity to find other trees. So you'll also notice that this says it's a great, match as far as what the photo looks like. Looks like it might be the exact same photograph. But there's other ones that kind of look like them. So if there was an opportunity where you had a photograph and you didn't know who it was, this might give you a clue as to who it was. And so you could use it for that. That's what I'm thinking that would be an excellent use of this new tool. So let's look at a few more. So here's how it could possibly help you with a photo that you found in one of your DNA matches trees. And I think you could go, and I've put this in a tree. You click on her. Again, I go to Recognize Faces, or Recognize Ancestors, and I click on that. And I see that she's in 21 trees. By going through those 21 trees, I can then go to who the owner is of the tree, and then drill down and go into their profile, and then I can toggle to see if that person is a DNA match to me or to one of the other members of my family. I'm not going to show it for privacy reasons, but it's pretty simple. You would just go into the tree, then go up to the profile for the person that created the tree, click on that, takes you to their profile, and then you can toggle through your DNA and compare it, and it'll tell you whether or not you are connections, or if you have other trees that you look after or other DNA kits that you look after, then you can also look at those kits and compare and see if there's any DNA connection, if that person has done a DNA test. So I'm going to try one other thing. Let me show you here. So just as a little background, some of you know that I am a Forever ambassador, so I do have a Forever account, and one of the albums that I have in my account is mystery photos. And so these are the photos that I have in my collection that I don't know who the people are. And so there's this one here of these two young children, and they're from my great-grandmother's collection, and I did interview my great-grandmother, but I never asked her who these children were. So I have that photograph. And I also have this photo of Cora and Harry. And I always wondered about this photograph because obviously it was part of my great-grandmother's collection. And it's interesting that it tells you what's on the back and how Cora had written that she wished she'd pulled her skirt down a little. So let's try uploading those to Ancestry and see if we get a lucky dip and find out who they are. So here we're back at the memories page on my Ancestry account, and you can see there's a button on the left that says upload media, and I can go to my download folder, and there they are, and I'm going to bring them in. And appears I might even have them already in here. But anyways, I can tidy up later. And I can say done. And there are the two photographs. Now let's take a look at the children. And we're going to do recognize. And we'll hover over the little boy and see what happens. And maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we won't. But it's worth a try. Now, I didn't have any family from California, and I know that this photo has a little notation in the bottom corner of it of the photograph studio, and it was an English studio, and I believe it probably would be English. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get a lucky dip on this one, but it's a matter of scrolling through to make sure because I mean, obviously the best ones are at the top. This one says it's great, but it's not who I think it is. So let's try the little girl. Who knows? Maybe she has some photos in the collection, and we're going to recognize. And as more and more people upload photographs to Ancestry, this tool will get better and better. And so I don't see anything. Oh, there, this little girl is from Toronto. Potentially, you know, family could have moved to Toronto because I'm from Canada. But I mean, I guess they could have moved to the United States too. But I don't really see any ones that are looking too exact. But let's try another. Let's try Cora and Harry right now. So now we have the picture of Cora and Harry in front of their chili con carne shop. And I've done a lot of research kind of on where this might have been and the time period, you know, through looking at the palm trees and the type of car and the light standards over here. But I still haven't figured out who Cora and Harry are. So let's look at recognized faces. And we're going to hover over Cora. And because she's older, it's possible that we might get even luckier than we did on the children. Now there's Olive Ringelman. Actually, there's quite a few Ringelmans. And now it's not quite as obvious. So let's look at if we can look at the image and see what it says. And she's in West Virginia. Doesn't sound very likely. So let's cancel that, and maybe we'll get luckier with Harry. And no faces found. So, I mean, it's just kind of a luck thing. But But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have a lucky dip, let me know. Write it in the comments below. Happy hunting. And be sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos as they come out.